Sustainability refers to systems and processes that are able to operate and persist on their own over long periods of time. But what does this actually mean? Are you planning on taking a few trips to the pool this summer? For activities like swimming, drinking, and eating, water is crucial. But did you know that water is one of the most scarce natural resources on Earth? The way humans act towards the consumption of water does not represent the growing problem that it really is. Examples of this include the average household flushes the toilet 5.1 times a day, and the average washing machine uses 27 gallons per load. The average shower in America uses 17.2 gallons. To get fresh water, we need aquifers, which is a large deposit of water. The problem is that these aquifers are drying out. Aquifers recharge themselves by processes such as raining and condensation, but at the rate water is being taken from these aquifers, there is not enough time for them to withdraw. It's time to solve this problem. By drinking out of reusable water bottles, monitoring showering length, using high efficiency toilets, and putting larger loads in the laundry, we can make a difference.
It's hard to imagine, but think about just how much food you alone have wasted in a day. Now try and imagine how much food you have wasted within your lifetime. Put that together with the total population of the Earth, and that's a lot of food gone to waste. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, more than 34 million tons of food waste were produced in 2010. The real problem lies within the consumption itself. In 2016, the top 5 most wasted foods are bread, milk, potatoes, cheese, and apples, foods that are actually pretty basic staples in the common American household. In terms of a solution, the simple, most straightforward answer is to shop smart and plan out your trip to the grocery store. For things you can't consume, use your freezer. Also, the thing that is most intriguing is that the sell date, date by, all those things aren't federally regulated, besides baby food. Often food is still good weeks after the sell date says. An alternative to making sure you get the most out of your food and money is to use your nose. It's better to use your senses as a detriment. Food waste makes up for 15% of all trash in landfills. When food is disposed into landfills, it rots and becomes a major source of methane. Landfills are a great source of human-related methane, producing 20% of emissions in the US alone. Finally, compost your spoiled food. By composting, you are reducing the amount of waste being directed into landfills by transforming it into organic waste, which can then be used as a fertilizer. By composting, you are saving money on trash bags, waste disposal fees, and hauling costs.
Natural resources are the basis of life on Earth. Humans and other life forms depend on things that exist freely in nature to survive. Natural resources include oil for energy and fuel, forests for wood and wildlife shelter, animals for food and wool, and many more. Natural resources can be labeled as renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources are those that are constantly available and can be reasonably replaced or recovered, which non-renewable resources are those that cannot be easily replaced once they are destroyed. The world economy uses around 60 billion tons of resources each year to produce the goods and services which we all consume. The largest threat to natural resources is overpopulation. The world's population is increasing at a very fast rate. In the USA, a baby is born every 8 seconds, and a person dies every 13 seconds. To have an environmentally sustainable, secure future where we can still enjoy natural resources, we urgently need to transform the way we use resources. By changing the way we produce and consume goods and services, in recent years, waste has been viewed as a potential resource and not something that must end up in the landfill. From paper, plastics, woods, metals, and even wastewater, experts believe that each component of waste can be tapped and turned into something very useful. People should understand that it is okay to enjoy all items and gadgets at home, but also give back to the environment by way of reducing waste, recycling waste, and becoming part of the solution.
Have you ever flown in an airplane before? Do you know how that plane got into the air? It took energy. Energy is an object's ability to do work. In the case of the plane, energy was used to get the plane off the runway and into the air. Where does this energy come from, though? Well, it comes from a lot of places. It can come from oil, coal, and even water and the sun. Even though this energy does great things for us, not all of it is good. For example, when your parents go to a gas station to fill up their car, they fill it up with gas. This gas was made from oil that was drilled from the ground and brought to your local gas station. As your parents drive away, do you notice black smoke coming out the back of your car? This is a form of pollution that is very harmful to the environment, known as exhaust. When this smoke goes up into the sky, it doesn't keep floating up into outer space. It stays inside the atmosphere. This smoke increases the levels of greenhouse gases in the earth. Picture greenhouse gases as a giant winter coat covering the earth. Adding more greenhouse gases to the air is like adding more layers onto the earth. The more layers covering the earth, the hotter it gets. To keep the earth from getting too hot, cleaner forms of energy need to be used. Things like wind turbines and solar panels can generate electricity without the nasty waste products of coal and oil. Some things you can do to help are turn off lights in empty rooms, take shorter showers, and ride your bike instead of driving your car.